The evening air was thick with tension as Jungkook paced the length of the bedroom, his jaw clenched and hands buried deep in his pockets. The golden glow of the beside lamp cast long shadows against the walls, emphasizing the turmoil in his dark eyes. Across from him, you sat on the bed, your hands protectively cradling the small swell of your belly. Your heart ached at the sight of him, your husband, the man who had once been so relentless in chasing his dreams, now caught up between his love for you and the opportunity he had spent years waiting for. I can't do this, Ryan. I can't leave you alone while you are pregnant. What kind of husband, what kind of father does that? You inhaled deeply, pushing aside your own fears. Jungkook, this is everything you have worked for. All those years of rejection, of struggling, of fighting for a chance. This is it. You can't throw it away now. He sat down on the bed. I can't leave, Ryan. He muttered, shaking his head as if trying to erase the mere thought of it. How can I? You are pregnant. I can't just go and miss everything. What if something happens? What if... You knelt beside him, placing your hands over his trembling ones. Jungkook, nothing will happen. Your mom will be here with me. I'll be fine, I promise. His jaw tightened, eyes welled up with unshed tears. You don't understand, Ryan. I don't care about this role anymore. I just want to be here. I want to see every little moment, your cravings, the way your belly grows, the first time the baby kicks. I don't want to miss any of it. Your heart ached at his words, at the fear in his eyes. Jungkook, the man who had fought for years to achieve his dream, was now willing to let it all go for you, for your child, and while his love overwhelmed you, you couldn't let him make this sacrifice, not when you had spent so long pushing him to believe in himself. You cupped his face, forcing him to meet your eyes. Jungkook, listen to me. I love you for the man you are, for your dreams, for your passion. Do you think I could live with myself knowing that I held you back, that our child grew up seeing you regret the chance you never took? A tear slipped down his cheek and you wiped it away gently. But what if I come back and everything changed? What if our baby doesn't recognize me? What if you don't need me anymore? Your own tear threatened to fall, but you steadied yourself. That will never happen. No matter how far you go, no matter how long you are away, this love, our love, will never fade. Our child will know their father is someone who worked hard, someone who never gave up. That's the kind of man I married. And that's the kind of father our baby deserves. Jungkook exhaled shakily, burying his face against your shoulder. I'm scared, Ryan. I don't want to go. You stroked his hair, pressing a kiss to his temple. I know, love, but sometimes the hardest decisions lead to the greatest rewards. And when you come back, we'll be right here waiting for you, with open arms. Jungkook clung to you, his heart wearing with itself. But deep down he knew you were right. He had fought too hard to turn back now. And most of all, he had you, the one person who believed in him even when he couldn't believe in himself. I'm sorry, your heart ached. He was feeling guilty for something he didn't has a fault. Jungkook, if you don't take this chance, you'll regret it. And I don't want you to resent me for it later. We will be okay. Our baby and I will be waiting for you when you come back. He exhaled sharply, bringing your hand to his lips, pressing a long lingering kiss to your knuckles. His eyes shone with unshed tears. Promise me you'll take care of yourself, that you'll call me every day. You smiled through your own tears. I promise, and you promise me something too. Anything. Promise me you'll give it everything you have, that you'll make every moment count so that when our child grows up, they'll know their father never gave up on his dreams. A small choked laugh escaped him as he pulled you into his arms, holding you as if he never wanted to let go. I promise. That night Jungkook held you a little tighter, breathed you in a little deeper. He memorized every curve of your face, the softness of your voice, the warmth of your touch. And when morning came, he walked out that door, not just for himself but for the family he was building, with the woman who had given him the strength to chase his dreams. And though distance would separate you for a time, your love, unwavering and steadfast, would bridge every mile between you. Time flew by faster than you had anticipated, and before you knew it, you had entered the last month of your pregnancy. The once overwhelming excitement was now laced with exhaustion, swollen feet, and sleepless nights. Despite everything, you still carried a warmth in your heart, knowing that Jungkook was always just one call away. Jungkook had been away for months, filming in another country. The tight shooting schedule, media commitments, and rehearsals made it nearly impossible for him to visit, but he never let a day go by without calling you. Every night, no matter how tired he was, he made sure to see your face, to hear your voice. The screen flickered and soon Jungkook's face filled your phone screen. His hair was slightly disheveled, his tired eyes softening the moment he saw you. "Hey my love," he greeted with a tired smile. "How's my favorite person today?" "You mean your favorite two people?" You teased, patting your belly. Jungkook chuckled, running a hand through his hair. "Of course, my two favorite people. How was your day? Did you rest well?" You sighed, leaning back against the pillows. "I tried, but the baby seemed to think nighttime is party time, kicking non-stop." Jungkook pouted. "Baby, don't do that to mommy. Let her rest." You smiled at his playful tone. "How was your day?" He sighed, rubbing his temple. "Exhausting. The director had me redo a scene at least 10 times, but it's worth it. This is my dream." He paused, then his expression turned serious. "But I miss you. I miss you so much, Ryan. I hate that I'm not there to take care of you." You softened. "Jungkook, you are doing what you love, and that's important. Don't feel guilty. Just knowing you are working hard and achieving your dreams makes me happy." Jungkook exhaled deeply, nodding. "I just wish I could be there to hold you, to talk to our baby. It kills me that I can't." You pressed your lips together, feeling the same ache. "Just a little more time, and you'll be home." He smiled softly. "Yeah, and when I am, I'm not letting you out of my sight." Every night was the same, calls filled with longing, love, and reassurances. Even though he was miles away, Jungkook made sure you never felt alone. Some nights he would stay on the call even after you fell asleep, just watching you, listening to your soft breathing, and when you woke up, you would find messages waiting for you. "Good morning, my love. I hope you slept well. I love you. Your Jungkook." As your due date approached, the distance between you two felt heavier, but the love never wavered. Jungkook made sure of that. He might have been miles away, but his heart was always with you. And your mother-in-law was a great help. She was making sure you never have to deal with any difficulties alone. Jungkook sat in his trailer, script in hand, but his mind was elsewhere. No matter how hard he tried to focus, the guilt never left him. He had fought so hard to get here, to finally make his dreams come true, yet in doing so he had missed some of the most important moments of his life. He reassured you every single night that everything would be fine, that you were strong, but deep inside he knew he should be there with you. He leaned back, exhaling sharply, rubbing his temple as exhaustion and longing overwhelmed him. The empty space beside him felt unbearable. He missed you. He missed running his hands over your belly, feeling the little kicks. He missed the warmth of your voice right next to him instead of through a screen. Most of all, he missed how safe and complete he felt when he was with you. Memories flooded his mind, how you had entered his life through an arranged marriage, how he had been reluctant at first, convinced that he had to choose between his dreams and personal life. But you changed everything, your patience, your unwavering support, your belief in him, even when he had begun to doubt himself. You had taught him that love wasn't a hindrance to success, it was the foundation that made everything else possible. He had fallen for you so deeply, so completely that now the idea of missing the moment when your child entered the world felt unbearable. Unable to sit with his thoughts any longer, he marched straight to his director's office. Knocking once, he stepped inside, determination written all over his face. The director glanced up from his notes. "Jungkook, what's up?" "I need a few days off," Jungkook said, his voice steady but urgent. "My wife is about to give birth and I want to be there." The director sighed, setting his pen down. Jungkook, I completely understand, but we have a critical sequence to shoot. It's a major turning point in the film, and if we don't stay on schedule, the entire timeline will be thrown off. Jungkook clenched his fist at his sides. I get that, I really do, but I have already missed so much. I can't miss this too. I'll do whatever it takes. I'll finish my scenes as fast as possible. The director studied him for a moment before nodding. If you can wrap up your key scenes quickly, I'll arrange a private jet for you. You can leave as soon as we are done. Relief flooded Jungkook's expression. Thank you. I promise I won't let you down. The director smiled. I know you won't. Choosing you for this role was the best decision of my life. This wasn't just a compliment for Jungkook, it was an achievement. Every time he get to hear such words, he remembered you and how proud you would be when he boldly announced in front of the whole world that who stood beside him in difficult times, who is behind the reason for his success. Jungkook turned on his heels, newfound energy surging through him. He was going to make this happen. No matter what it took, he was going to be there when you needed him the most. Jungkook's face appeared on the screen, slightly pixelated due to the weak signal, but his smile was as bright as ever. You could hear the exhaustion in his voice, but there was an undeniable excitement too. Wyan, he murmured, his dark eyes softening as he took in your face. I have good news. You tilted your head. What is it? He grinned. I'm coming home. I'll be there when our baby is born. The director agreed. I just need to finish a few scenes quickly and then I'm coming home. Tears welled up in your eyes. You had been trying so hard to be strong, to not let your longing for him weaken you, but at this moment you couldn't hold back. Your lips quivered and a small sob escaped as you smiled. Really, Jungkook, are you serious? Of course I am. I promised, didn't I? I won't miss it, Ryan. I've already missed too much. You pressed a hand to your belly, feeling the little kicks. The baby's waiting for you, you know. We both are. Jungkook exhaled. His expression turned more tender. I love you, he said suddenly, and I'm so proud of you for everything. I love you too, Jungkook. You replied, your heart was overflowing. The next day, everything happened so fast. You were in the kitchen when a sharp pain shot through you, leaving you breathless. The glass of water in your hand slipped, shattering on the floor as your vision blurred. A moment later, a gush of warm liquid soaked your dress. Mom, you called out in a shaky voice. Your mother-in-law rushed in, eyes wide with panic. Oh my god, Ryan, your water just broke. We need to get you to the hospital. Your father-in-law was already grabbing the car keys as your mother-in-law helped you out the door. With every passing moment, the contractions grew stronger and all you could think about was Jungkook. You needed him here. You needed his hand in yours, his voice telling you it would be okay. Your mother-in-law dialed his number again and again, desperation in her voice. Jungkook, pick up please. But his phone was off. He was still on set, pushing himself to finish his scenes in one take, unaware of the storm unfolding at home. Jungkook's hands trembled as he turned the doorknob to your hospital room. His heart pounded painfully in his chest, his breaths uneven as he took slow steps inside. He had failed. He had promised, sworn that he would be there, but life, fate, circumstances, everything had conspired against him, and he had missed the most precious moment of his life. The moment his eyes landed on you, lying in bed with your arms cradling a tiny bundle, his entire world stopped. His throat closed up and suddenly he couldn't breathe. You looked so tired, dark circles under your eyes, your lips dry, yet you were still the most beautiful sight he had ever seen. And in your arms, wrapped in a soft blue blanket, was his son. You turn your head, your blurry eyes meeting his wide, tear-filled ones. For a split second, you tried to put on that strong face, the one you had perfected over the last few months, pretending that you were okay, but the moment your gaze locked, all your walls shattered. Jungkook, you choked out in trembling voice, and that was all it took. In an instant, Jungkook rushed to you, wrapping his arms around you so tightly that he felt your heartbeat against his chest. You buried your face into his shoulder, gripping onto him as sobs ragged through your exhausted body. I tried so hard to get here. Jungkook whispered brokenly, his lips pressed desperately against your temple. I wanted to be with you. I wanted to be there when he came into this world. I failed you, baby. No, you interrupted, shaking your head, your tears soaking his shirt. You are here now. That's all that matters. Jungkook pulled back just enough to look at you, his fingers gently cupping your face. He wiped away your tears, though his own refused to stop. He leaned in, pressing a soft, lingering kiss to your forehead, before his gaze slowly dropped to the tiny life in your arms. His breath hitched, his heart clenched. He reached out with shaking hands, barely brushing his fingers against the baby's delicate cheek. His son, his flesh and blood. He's so tiny. Jungkook whispered in awe, his lips parting as his baby made the smallest noise, curling his little fingers into a fist. You sniffled, smiling through your tears. Do you want to hold him? Jungkook let out a shaky laugh, nodding frantically. Yeah, but I'm scared, he admitted, swelling thickly. He's your son, Jungkook, you whispered, placing a reassuring hand over his. He already loves you. With a gentle guidance, Jungkook slid his arms under his son, carefully lifting him into his embrace. The moment the baby settled against his chest, a deep, unexplainable emotion crashed over him. A sob tore from his throat as he pressed his lips against the baby's forehead. His entire body trembled from the overwhelming love surging through him. Hi, baby boy, Jungkook whispered, his voice cracking. I'm your daddy, and I'm so sorry I wasn't here when you were born, but I swear I'll never miss another moment again. You reached out, placing your hand over Jungkook's as he held your son close. He waited for you, even when he came into this world. He waited for his daddy to hold him. A soft knock on the door made you both turn. Jungkook's parents stood there, watching with gentle smiles. His mother had tears in her eyes as she stepped forward, placing a warm hand on Jungkook's shoulder. You both need time. We'll be outside if you need anything. Jungkook nodded, giving his mother a grateful look before she and his father quietly left the room. The door clicked shut, leaving just the three of you. Jungkook, you and your newborn son. Silence filled the room, but it wasn't empty. It was filled with warmth, with unspoken love, with a quiet understanding that no words could fully capture. Jungkook looked at you, his teary eyes filled with nothing but love and devotion. You are the strongest person I know. I don't deserve you, Ryan. You reached out, touching his cheek. You do, and you always will. Jungkook leaned in, pressing his forehead against yours, his heart beating in sync with yours. Thank you so much for giving me such a beautiful life. We did it. You smiled, your fingers brushing over your baby's soft curls. Yeah, we did. And in that moment, despite everything, the struggles, the distance, the pain, Jungkook knew one thing for certain. He was home. Months passed and Jungkook's film was finally released. The world watched in awe as his dream unfolded on the big screen. His performance was mesmerizing, raw, and filled with a depth that left critics and audiences speechless. The film became an instant global sensation, propelling him to the heights of stardom he had once only dared to dream of. But amidst the flashing cameras, the press interviews, and the whirlwind of success, Jungkook never forget what truly mattered. Even as he traveled from city to city for promotions, he made sure to call you every night, no matter how late it was, whether it was a 5-minute conversation or a long, heartfelt talk. He never let a day go by without hearing your voice, and when he was home, he was entirely yours and your son's. During a press conference, when asked about his journey, he smiled, his eyes shining with gratitude. Life is full of surprises, he said, pausing as emotions swelled in his chest. I never wanted to be a husband or a father before achieving anything. I thought success would come first and everything else would follow. But now looking back, I realized that the best thing that ever happened to me was not this film, not this fame, but her. He looked at the camera, his voice filled with sincerity. My wife is the strongest woman I know. She stood by me when I had nothing but a dream. She believed in me when I was ready to give up. She gave me a family, a home, a love so deep that I still can't believe I got this lucky. If I'm standing here today, it's because of her. Tears welled up in your eyes as you watched the live broadcast from home, holding your son in your arms. Seeing Jungkook talk about you with so much love made your heart swell with pride. When he returned home that night, exhausted but smiling, he pulled you into his arms, whispering, I meant every word, Wyan. You pressed your forehead against his, your eyes shimmering. I'm so proud of you, Jungkook. You did it. No, he whispered, brushing a kiss on your lips. We did it. And as he held you and your son close, Jungkook knew more than ever that dreams were beautiful, but love, the kind of love you gave him, was the most precious thing of all.